What's good, guys? Volke here. I'm going to be bringing you a first-person replay commentary. Now, this game is an ability draft that I played. Ability draft is a new mode to Dota 2, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to upload one, just so you guys kind of get an idea of what it's like. This game is a very short game. We had an early abandon, so it's not going to be too long. I just kind of wanted to show you how it all works. I ended up going a super dope build this game, so I kind of wanted to show that off too. Basically, the way ability drafts work, and the screen will pop up in a second, it'll make it make a lot more sense. Everybody's given a random hero, and then all of those heroes' abilities are put into a giant pool, plus like one other random hero's abilities, and then you just take turns picking what abilities you want. You get one ultimate, 3 regulars. It's pretty simple. The draft goes pretty fast because you only have like 5 seconds to pick an ability once it's your turn, but you have to just like look ahead and kind of decide what type of build you want to go, and that type of thing. So pretty basic. Really, it's so fun. It's like, since the games are normally shorter because it's pretty imba at times. It's a nice little like, oh, I have half hour. I don't really want to commit like a full hour, so why don't I just play a quick ability draft. It's really fun. So you can see here, so we got, Wraith King, Sniper, AA, Axe, Bloodseeker, me playing as Jakiro, Enigma, Drow, Earthshaker, Phantom, and then all of these abilities are here. So it gives you like a minute at the beginning to kind of look over the abilities and kind of decide what you want to do. Now, this was only my second ability draft, so I wasn't exactly sure what type of build I should be going. One thing that I've noticed a lot is I tend to lose ability drafts because my team doesn't have any lockdowns, because a lot of people are like, I'm going to build the ultimate hero, so they pick like Take Aim and Frost Arrows and like just basically abilities that make them really strong, and then you don't have any lockdowns because of I mean, you just don't have any lockdowns, so you end up losing early team fights because you don't have any stuns. Anyways, I'm going to be picking first, and I pick up Zeus Ulti because Zeus Ulti is just a really good ability, and it's the type of ability that I don't want the other team to have. It's a type of ability, I'm a support, I have good mana pool, might as well grab it. Pretty much that. This Enigma does pick up Zeus's passive, which is an interesting pick. Normally that ability doesn't get chosen for a while, so seems like kind of a waste, but whatevs. Their AA grabs Black Hole, which sucks. So you can see here that you literally have 5 seconds to pick your ability, so it's normally a good idea to kind of decide one that you want, and then if that one gets picked right before, you have another one in your mind that you're going to grab, so you're not panicking. But my thought here is I'm going to go kind of support with like a few other abilities that might make me kind of strong. I am Jakiro, so it's not like my attack scales like super well. That's one thing you have to keep in mind. Yes, you're a completely new hero because you can pick all of your abilities, but your hero still scales the same. So like, Drow is still going to scale in agility really well and get good attack speed and good damage and stuff, whereas Jakiro is not. For instance, Bristleback is still going to have pretty good HP, that type of thing. Whereas, if you build like a Zeus as a tank, it's not going to work because he just doesn't scale that way, if that makes sense. Either way, AA picks up Ice Path, which is really good ability. I'm thinking Fissure would be good. I don't remember exactly what I'm trying to chain, but we'll see what I get. I already know what I get, but I don't remember my thinking exactly. I do like the build that this Drow is going because she gets amp damage and then bash. Bash on a ranged hero is really, really good, in case you didn't know. So I pick up Thirst because Thirst is an amazing ability. Not only does it help me with like the speed boost and the attack speed boost or whatever it is, movement speed and damage, okay, but it also helps my team by seeing like junglers and that type of thing, and it's just a really good ability. So it's my turn here. I pick up Fissure in addition to that, which is a great ability, and I'm feeling pretty good about this build. Especially Thirst plus Zeus Ulti is really good because I can see when people are low, so I'll be able to take them out pretty easily, and that's always nice. Our Enigma has Frost Arrows, which is interesting, plus Nightmare, which is also interesting. He hasn't picked an ulti yet. We have a Phantom Lancer with Juxtapose and Reincarnation, which is not really that good of a build because remember that Juxtapose is only really good if you have Phantom Lancer's ult. So that's not really the best choice, but this was only my second ability draft, so it's quite possible that a lot of these noobs hadn't played an ability draft either. Their Wraith King is pretty much just building Wraith King with AA's ult, so that's cool, I guess. And I'm going to be picking last, I think, since I picked first. So I'm just kind of keeping my eye out, looking for spells that would be nice, but that I don't really need. And yeah, it's almost done, as you can see. None of AA's abilities has been picked up, and Zeus's ult still hasn't been picked, or Zeus's nuke still hasn't been picked up. Zeus's nuke's a really good ability for like people that have high mana pool, for sure. And Drow Silence hasn't gotten picked up, and Drow Silence is also a really good spell. Earthshaker grabs the Q there from Zeus, which is kind of a weird. I guess he'd be jungling. I don't really know. Kind of interesting. But their sniper has lifesteal, Drow Silence, take aim, and his ult, which is a pretty good build. Like, props to him on that. AA has a pretty good build. Not bad. So now I'm just going to pick up Phantom Lance, because Phantom Lance is a good nuke. It costs a lot of mana, but it's also a slow. So I'm thinking, now I have a stun, a slow, an AoE nuke, and a solid passive. So I'm feeling pretty good. That's normally kind of the build I like to go, like a stun, a nuke, and some sort of passive. Because you don't want to have 4 active abilities, really. It just drains too much mana. It's always good to pick like a solid passive. And we are going to go to my perspective. So the other thing about this round that's kind of hard is that players like me, we use suggested builds, you know? Like, we go into the build thing and we click, like, oh, I want to play, you know, Phoenix tank, Phoenix support, whatever. We click the box and then it gives us the items to buy, the abilities to do. But when you're playing this mode, you really have to kind of just do it yourself. You kind of have to say, like, okay, well, I have Fissure, so I should probably grab a mana pot or 2, and, you know, Iron Branch is always good, whatever. I'm not that good at that, but this ability is really, this mode is really good at helping you with that type of thing, kind of learning what types of items are good, what abilities you should pick up at what times, and blah blah blah, that type of thing. Now, this game I am going to be doing Fissure and Thirst purely, because Phantom Lance is just, because I have a high mana, I'd rather just save it all for Fissure and not Phantom Lance, and Thirst is a really good ability, especially since I learned that they have a jungler. So, it's really good. I'm going to be playing mostly a support, but, because I have a Drow in my lane with a lot of carry abilities, but, since I have Thirst, I'm going to be able to be doing like a decent amount of damage as well, right-clicking, as long as some of them are low health. Now, since this is replay, I guess I could turn the fog off on there. Nope, doesn't matter. I was wondering if I could change it so I could not see where they are on the map, because remember what Thirst does. Anytime a hero drops below 50% HP, you can see them on the map, and you get bonus movement speed and attack damage, which is a pretty good ability. It's good for Bloodseeker, but it's even better for like a hero with a nuke and a lockdown, because Bloodseeker doesn't really have either of those unless you consider Rupture a nuke, which it kind of is, but still. So I'm going to be trying to let Drow last hit. I'm just going to deny. They got Wraith King, which, like I said, is pretty much Wraith King, with like a few different abilities, and then Ancient Apparition, who has a pretty good build. So we're just going to be laning here. I'm just going to be Fissuring, doing my thing, and then he Ice Paths right back. Pretty much, Fissure and Ice Path are pretty much the same ability, except for Fissure creates like a wall, and Ice Path, you get stuck in it if you walk through it. Yeah, it's pretty dope, like, watching Jakiro shoot a rock out of his mouth. I think that's pretty cool. Like, try, like, Ice Path, Nasan, freaking Stone Breath. Get some of that. So I'm going to pick up Thirst now. At this point, I think I can, yep, see, I can see him jungling because Thirst shows me. So, that's good to know. Just so top lane can keep tabs on him, and if mid wants to head on up, he can go and try to kill him, which he actually is going to do right now. I don't know if it's going to work, but he's going to do his best, because he has vision on him, and he knows that he's low health, but he uses a salve, so that stops that. Yeah, freaking, I played a game with Sniper once and got Greater Bash from Spirit Breaker on him. So good. Like, Bash on a ranged hero is just incredibly good, and you should always grab it first if you can. So I'm glad that our Drow had that, and then our Drow also had, like, I don't remember, Headshot and like Amplify Damage. She had some pretty good abilities, but either way, you can see that I have 1 stack of Thirst going right now, because I can still see, well, actually, I don't anymore, but I think it's their jungler. Either way, I'm just going to kind of poke them down. Get the last hit there. Actually, I think Drow got it, whatever, either way. it's pretty much like the laning phase is going to be pretty much like normal. The thing that is important to remember when you're laning is that the heroes that you're laning against, they don't have the same abilities that you're used to. So you need to keep that in mind. Like for instance, going against an AA, I'd be like, okay, he has cold feet and he has his W little slow thing, so I need to be aware of that. Well, if you need to remember when you're playing ability draft that he could have like a freaking massive stun, like Stormhammer or something. Now you can check if you go to the scoreboard over here. You can look and see every hero's abilities, so that's a good way to keep tabs. Like normally when I'm laning, I always go and look who my laning enemies are and what abilities they have, just so I don't have to worry about it as much. But you still have to just get into that mindset that you're not exactly sure what's going to come your way. Now the great thing about this Jakiro build that I love is that when you're playing Earthshaker and you have Fissure, when you're level 1, you have the mana to cost 1 Fissure. And then you have to wait like a couple seconds, 10 seconds or whatever, then you can cast another. With this Jakiro build, I can cast 3 Fissures and not even have to use a mana pot. So I Fissure there, Drow's coming in, she uses her little thing, and they get a nice ice path and a stun, but Drow still gets the kill. So that's good for us. Now Earthshaker did abandon here, but we're thinking we have some pretty good drafting, so why don't we just see what we can do? Yes, we could abandon. Yes, he abandoned before First Blood, but let's just play. And that's why I wanted to upload this game, is because it's not really like your full length game. It's going to be a little bit shorter, and I just wanted to give you guys a taste of what ability draft is, so you don't have to sit through like a 40-minute, 30-minute game. This actually will be 30 minutes because of the draft, but it would have been longer if I picked like an actual game. So either way, I have 2 stacks in Thirst now, so what that means is that I get even more bonus movement speed and more bonus attack power for when somebody's below that health, which with Fissure and with Zeus ulti is so good, because I can Fissure Zeus ult, and chances are there's going to be somebody below half health by that point, and then I'll get that bonus that I need. So I Fissure there, we're going to go after Wraith King. She does her Enigma thing, nice ice path, but we're just going to be like, oh, you want to sit here? Cool, we'll just kill you instead. So now I have 2 stacks of Thirst, and I end up getting that shot off barely in time, and the tower's going to go after me, but I turn around, and I don't know how he died. I don't know what that lightning bolt was, but either way we got the kill, which was 2 solid kills for us. That puts our lane at 3 kills, and they haven't gotten a kill yet. Wraith King was pretty squishy actually, which is funny because Wraith King isn't normally squishy at all early game, but just the way it was. So that noob TP'd in. I still have enough mana for 2 Fissures, almost 2. So I mean that's just pretty freaking good that I can do that, because Fissure's on a low cooldown but it's high mana cost, and for Earthshaker the mana is big, but for Jakiro not nearly as big. And that's another thing you want to keep in mind. Like, you don't want to build a high mana cost nuking build on like Earthshaker, but if you're playing like Zeus or somebody that does have a high mana pool, yeah, freaking do that, because you will destroy noobs. So that's the big thing in ability draft. So now I have 1 point in Thirst. I don't remember. Oh, because top lane was low. Thirst is just a really nice passive. I'm probably, as I play ability draft, I'm probably going to pick it up on almost every hero I play if I can, because it's just so nice to be able to keep tabs on enemies if they're jungling, to be able to chase easier, that type of thing. So I Fissure there, somehow hit him, but he's going to Ice Path. She does get the Enigma mini stun thing off, and then she gets stunned by Wraith King, but it's too late because I just destroy, and that's all that's going to happen. Get another kill though. So now I'm 2-0, Drow is 2-0. I'm 2-0 too, she's 2-0 too, so that's good. And I don't have boots. For some reason, I don't have boots. I don't know why I don't have boots. I called the courier to me, but I guess maybe it didn't come. I don't really know. Either way, don't need boots. I do have Zeus ulti now. Pick up the energy booster, because I'm here, and I'll just buy boots later. I think maybe I forgot to buy boots, because I've definitely done that before. So we're 4-0 now, and I have Zeus ult. So remember, with Zeus ult, you want to keep kind of a global presence. So I'm just going to go in on these guys because I have Zeus ult. And there it is. Get another kill. Pretty easy. We had a really good lane, like Jakiro with my abilities plus that Drow was just really good. So there, got my boots. I have 2 stacks of Thirst, so you can see me kind of moving around like a boss. Give mana. which for me doesn't really give me that much because I have a pretty high mana pool. I have 800 mana at level 6, which is pretty dang good, especially with having to deal with the Fissure and the Zeus ult mana cost. I don't have to worry about that this way, just because I have such a high mana pool. So I'm just going to be kind of poking around, seeing if I can Fissure him in, but they're playing pretty conservative, as they should, because our lane is currently 5-0. Like, every kill that's been had this game is our lane, just because we have really good builds. Plus, Drow is late game too, so we're not really too concerned. It's not like we're super support builds to where we have tons of lockdowns and won't be able to do anything once they get a BKB. No, because Drow's actually pretty well built. For me, yeah, that's kind of the case, but for her, no. So I'm just gonna keep putting points in Thirst and Fissure, because that's honestly been proving quite fine. I haven't needed Phantom Lance to get any kills, so I'm not really super concerned. At that point I hit level 7, put another point in Fissure. Enigma's kind of poking up here. Their Wraith King is dropping back, but there is Ancient Apparition up there, but we're not going to make anything happen. I almost have Zeus ult off cooldown. Now it is. I'm just going to be continuing laning. Remember, we are down a hero at this point. We have been for a while. So we're kind of concerned. We're thinking, like, let's try to end things decently fast. Enigma had been saying that Zeus needed to, or that Sniper needed to die. He was saying that Sniper was getting a bunch of farm. So I came over mid to see if I could stop that, or at least make something happen. I have 2 stacks of Thirst right now, and I see Axe up here. So I'm like, dude, let's just roll up and kill him. Might as freaking well. Might as well. So I come up. I'm thinking I'm going to Fissure and Zeus ult. So I Fissure. I didn't have enough mana for Zeus ult. And I thought that auto attack would kill him, so I go to back out. But I screw myself over. Bad on my part. Very bad on my part. And now Enigma's up here too. He's super trapped. But yeah, that was just miscalculation for sure. And that happens. I thought that I would have enough mana, because I didn't really check. I thought I'd have enough for the Zeus ult and the Fissure, but I didn't, so that screwed me over. But either way, 2 kills down. We're still in the lead for sure, and I still have pretty good gold and stuff, and that didn't really cost me too much. So I'm gonna pick up a TP, go mid. Remember, I'm still concerned in my mind that Sniper is getting fed, and he has freaking Vampiric Aura. You can see there him sucking. So I'm just gonna see what I can do. Back up, can't do anything. He takes aim on me for some reason, not exactly sure why, or assassinate, whatever it's called. No real point to that, but that's fine. AA decides to Ice Path the TP, not a bad choice, but didn't really make anything happen. And Drow is free farming bots, so keep that in mind. That's always good, because we're gonna be, if this game goes long, we're gonna be relying on her for the most part. I'm gonna taper off. And she, with her passives and stuff. Having headshot, bash, and amplify damage is pretty dang good. Plus, she has the staggered mini stun. So we're just gonna be pushing this tower down. At this point, I still have in my mind that Sniper needs to die. AA is gonna come around behind us, and we see him. He has a DD, but we don't care. I Fissure and Zeus ult. He nightmares. Nice, easy kill. DD doesn't even matter. He's the one. Freaking Enigma has the. So I Fissure there, get the kill on Wraith King, which is good, and we're thinking Sniper needs to die. So I'm gonna dive because I don't even care. He does do the AoE silence, and I'm just gonna dive snipe because I don't even care. I have bonus attack and attack speed, and I get the kill. So that's what I was looking for. And triple kill, hey. Because I got Sniper, Jakiro, and AA. So, yeah, we lost Enigma, we lost me, but we killed Sniper, AA, and Wraith, and we needed to kill Sniper according to Enigma. So, now he goes down, but he has Reincarnation, so he's going to pop back up. And he gets that health back because he has Bloodseeker's passive, which is good. It's a pretty good build, I guess, having Reincarnation plus Bloodseeker's passive. It's a lot of survivability, which is good. No, I mean Bloodbath, not Thirst, of course, because I have Thirst. So I'm back. I have quite a bit of gold at this point because I did get that triple kill. So I'm going to go to the secret shop because at this point I'm thinking, okay, I have mostly nukes. I'm going to be picking up Phantom Lance pretty soon. I have Zeus ulti, so why don't I build Bloodstone? Bloodstone's always a good item. Gives you lots of good regen. stuff like that. Now I could see Bloodseeker in their base, that's why I looked up there, because he was low health. Zeus ulti's almost off cooldown. I see there's a tussle going on mid. I pick up Perseverance, head over. I Zeus ult to kill him. Because I figured, well, Black Hole's going, so I'll Zeus ult and stop that. Stealing a kill is bad. At this point, I can see him, remember? I can totally see him. And Fissure get the kill, double kill for me. At this point, we take a commanding lead. We're feeling pretty good. So, Axe ruptures. You don't see that every day. I Phantom Lance here, which doesn't really do that much because it's only level 1, but still a nice little slow, turns him around. I have Fissure as well at this point. And I was looking to Fissure there, but the line of sight stopped the animation, which was fine. I'm not sure we could have made anything happen anyways, and we should probably wait for the creeps. But he does pop up, so I'm going to Fissure any day. Phantom Lance there. And with the Frost Arrows, yep, there's a kill there. Very nice, very nice. And I'm kind of carrying at this point. I'm 9-2, just because Thirst is making me really powerful in combination with Fissure and stuff. So, feeling pretty good about that. So at this point they have 2 guys coming into the lane to try to defend this tower. I Fissure and we get Ice Path at the same time. I Phantom Lance AA. At this point I have a stack of Thirst, which allows me to dive a bit. Wraith King gets a stun off. Phantom Lancer gets the kill on him. Very nice. I have Fissure. What am I going to do with it? Nothing. Just going to back up. I say, guys, let's just take the tower. Let's not force it. It's not a good idea to really have a big team fight in between 2 enemy towers, because if you do, then you can't really run away as easily. So they have 4 here. I do have Zeus ult and Fissure and Phantom Lance. Only level 1 Phantom Lance. I'm gonna swing over here, see if I can pick up this regen. Actually, I don't even think I ever saw the regen, but I didn't need it because I got mech'd, so it's good. Yeah, I don't think I even saw that regen, but that's fine. I'm gonna come to Secret Shop because I'm building Bloodstone. Pick up my point booster. Very nice, very nice. Come back to mid. I now have level 2 Zeus ult, which is good. They're going to be pushing the tower. I fortify it, because I'm thinking we can totally defend this. Try to Fissure, but we get Ice Path. Get the Fissure off. And my team isn't looking to go, which is fine. Because they're denying the tower instead, which is a good choice. Especially since we're behind the player, we don't want them to get any more gold. Because we're getting extra gold since we have an Abandoner. If you look at my gold, you see me get like an extra gold every like 5 seconds or whatever. It's because when you're missing a person on your team, you get their gold per second, which is good, and that's gonna help us too for sure, especially with Drow being able to carry late. That's the thing. I once played a pub game. It was 5v3, but they had a Medusa, and the Medusa got so much money that it didn't even matter. So as you can see, 2 of them just abandoned there. And we're going to be destroying this team fight. So he's dead. There's my dominating. And that other guy barely survived. I can build Bloodstone at this point, so I'm just going to drop back. They have 3 abandoned at this point. Bloodseeker drops to GG. They're all abandoned. So GG, well played. Our draft was just way better than theirs. Even without a player, we were still able to win. I just wanted to post this so you guys kind of see what ability draft is, what a really good build is on Jakiro, and yeah, appreciate you guys watching this. It'll end in just a second here, and you can see the stats if you want. Because after like a couple seconds after everybody abandons, the Ancient just destroys. It's kind of like on League of Legends, except you can't surrender like you can on League. So there we go, Radiant victory. GG, y'all. So guys, check. I just uploaded a video today to my playlist, common answers to Dota 2 questions. It's a hilarious video with awesome soundtrack in it because it fits perfectly. So check that out. Stay posted for more vids. I'm going to be posting a Phoenix gameplay pretty soon. 10-2 Jakiro like a boss. I'll talk to you guys later. Volke out.